Okay, give me 1 minute. I forgot something. Thank you. Okay, I'm ready. Let me check camera. Oh, should I put a little? Okay, I'm gonna move the camera a little to this. How's that? A little better. Okay, here we go. Yoga Sutra 30, Book 1. Oh, I got water this time. Almost there. Hookah? No, Shakam. No, Shalom. Atam. Ganentarayam. Ge. Chitatasyam. Pikushwepang. It has 2 versions. That was the first version. Baka. Okay. Second version. Atam. Ganentarayam. Ge. Chitatasyam. Pikushwepang. Baka. I think. I hate that they didn't put the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna put that there so I know. You know what? After this Yoga Sutra, I'm gonna change the cursor's color. Atam Ganantarang Yang Ye Jitatasyang Pikushwapakang He Ge Bonasute Giyananto Bati Bien Tisitiana Samshaya Bien Tisitiana Samshaya Prasa Bien Tisitiana Samshaya Pramada Lasya Viratishranan Dildi Daishana Labata Pumikatavana Vasatitatavana Chitita Bikushwapa Sitenantaraya. Once more. Bien Tisitiana Samshaya Prasa. Bien Tisitiana Samshaya Prasa. Ma, that's mom. Bien Tisitiana Samshaya Paramada Lasya Virati. Bien Tisitiana Samshaya Paramada Lasya Viratishranantal. Bien Tisitiana Samshaya Paramada Lasya Virati. Bien Tisitiana Samshaya Paramada Lasya Viratishrananta Shrananti. Bien Tisitiana Samshaya Pramada Lasya Viratishrananti. Bien Tisitiana Samshaya Pramada Lasya Viratishrananti. Bien Tisitiana Samshaya Pramada Lasya Viratishrananti. Bien Tisitiana Samshaya Pramada Lasya Viratishrananti Daishana Labutapu Mikatavana Vasatitatavani Jitita Bikushwepa Sutanantaraya. Okay, that passed. I'm gonna read the whole thing again when I'm done, just from the beginning. Navanantara yang shichitasya pikushvapang sahaitem chititavaratati pipavanam pilpavananti chititavaranti. Okay, second try. Sahaitem chititavaratati pilpavananti eteshvamapang na pavananti Bhagavatam Asachitatam Bharatatayaha. Okay, second try and has second version. Eteshamapang na Pavananti Bhagavatam Asachitata Bharatatayaha. That was the first version or second version. Oh, okay. There's another word. That's not too bad. Okay, moving on. Tataram yang tilta durasara sakara no vaishamyama. Tataram bien tilta durasakaram. Tataram bien tilta durasakara no vaishamyama. Tataram bien tilta durasakara no vaishamyama. One more. Tataram bien tilta durasakara no vaishamyama. Sutyana makaima no nuyatang. Sutyana makaima. Sutyana makaima nuyatang chititasyam. Samshayam upaya kortvisa puraga vijnanam syadi damevam naiva syaditi. Second try. Samshayam upaya kortvisa puraga vijnanam syadi damevam naivam syaditi. Moving on. Pramadaha samati satananama pavanama alasyam kayasyam chititasyam cha kurutavada pravartatiha aviratisha chititasyam vishaya samprayogatama gaitaha prananti taishanam piparya yajnanam alabhata pumikatavam samati pumerala ralapaha. Second try. Alabhata pumikatavam samadhi pumerala lapaha. Third try. Alabhata pumikatavam samati pumerala paha. Anavasati tatavam alabhatang pumel chitatasyam pratishatve. Yeah, okay. Second try. Anavasati tatavam aralabudha. Anavasati tatavam aralabhatayam pumel chitatasya pratishatva. Okay, good. It has a second version, number 3. Divam labudhaim. Divam labudhaim. Okay, so it's not yada. Okay, got it. Second version, first try. Anavasati tatavam labudhayam pumel chitatasya pratishatva samati prati labudhem lamampem samati prati lamampe hi sati sadavasatitam syaditi etem chitita pikushva pang nava yoga malaya yoga parati pakushva yoga anantara yang ityapiti anandam. Second try, last sentence. And then I'm gonna attempt to read the whole thing just once. If I make a mistake, I'm not gonna repeat it. I'm just gonna move on. But I'm gonna try to get it right just once. Okay, second try. Etem chitita pikushva pang nava yoga malaya yoga prati pakushva yoga anantara yang ityapiti anantam. Okay, so Namaste. I'm gonna read from the beginning, just once. See if I make it. No shukam, no shalom. Atam Ganantara yang ya jetatasyan pikushwapang he ke ponasata kiyananto pati bien tisitya na samshaya pramada lasya virati shirananta bien tisitya na samshaya pramada lasya virati shirananti daishana labutapu mikatevana pasutitatevani Chitita pikushwapang satanantara yang he napanantara yang shachitatasyan pikushwapang he sahaitem chitita parotati pilbhavan sahaitem chitita parotati pilbhavananti. Once more, just one more. Sahaitem chitita parot Sahaitem chitita parotati pilbhavananti etesha mapang be na bhavananti bol bogatang sa chitita parotataya he bien tilta tura sakara no vaishamyama bien tilta tura sakara no vaishamyama satya namakalmanu yatang chitatasyan samshayang upaya kotu isa paraga vijinyang Siadidamebam naivam siaditi. One more. I got distracted. Samshayang upaya kotwe sabaraga bijinyanam siadidamebam naivam siaditi. Pramadaha samati sathanang nama pavanam. Almost. Pramadaha samati sathanang nama pavanam. Alasyam kanyasyam chitatasyam cha gurutavada pravaratatiha. Alasyam kanyasyam chitatasyam cha gurutavada pravaratatiha. Aviratisha. Aviratisha chitatasyam vishaya samprayogantamanga kaltaha. Prananti daishanam viparyaya jinyanam alabtapu mikatevam samatipu melangpahu alabtapu mikatevam samatipu melangpahu anavasati tatevam yaralabu anavasati tatevam yaralabutang yang pumel Chitatasyang pratishatvam samati pratilamampe hi sati tadavasutitam syangaditim etem chitatapikuswapang nava yogamalang yoga pratipakuswa yoganantarang yang ityapiti yanantem C minus. No shakam. No shalom. Thank you. Oh yeah, so let me change the let me read the translation first and then I'll change it. Here we go. But what are these obstacles? Those which distract the mind stuff. But what are these and how many are they? 30. Sickness and languor and doubt and heedlessness and listlessness and worldliness and erroneous perception and failure to attain any stage, and instability in the state. These distractions of the mind stuff are the obstacles. There are 9 obstacles, the distractions of the mind stuff. These appear together with the fluctuations of the mind stuff, and they are not found where the aforesaid fluctuations of mind stuff are not. Sickness is a disorder in the humors, or in the secretions, or in the organs. Languor is a lack of activity in the mind stuff. Doubt is a kind of thinking which touches both alternatives, so that one thinks, this might be so, might not be so. Heedlessness is a lack of reflection upon the means of attaining concentration. Listlessness is a lack of effort due to heaviness of body or of mind stuff. Worldliness is greed of the mind stuff, and its essence lies in addiction to objects of sense. Erroneous perception is the thinking of misconceptions. Failure to attain any stage is not attaining any stage of concentration. Instability in the state is the failure of the mind stuff to remain in the stage attained. If the concentrated stage of development had been reached, it would, of course, have remained in it. Thus it is that these distractions are called the 9 blemishes of yoga, the 9 foes of yoga, the obstacles of yoga. I'm gonna read one more translation. There's another one, because that one, it's okay. Okay, here we go. Now, what are the impediments that are the distractions of the mind? Or again, how many are they? Disease, debility, doubt, inadvertence, sloth, sensuality, wrong understanding, non-attainment of the plane, and instability. These mental distractions are the impediments. These 9 impediments are the mental distractions. They arise with the mental operations. In the absence of these, they cannot arise. The mental operations have been previously described. There, disease is the inequality of the humors, the constituent fluid, and the sense organs. Debility is the inertness of the mind. Doubt is the knowledge touching both ends, whether it may be thus or it may not be thus. Inadvertence is the want of investigation about the means of spiritual absorption. Sloth is the absence of exertion of the mind and body on account of heaviness. Sensuality is the greediness of the mind for sense enjoyments. Wrong understanding is a perversive knowledge. Non-attainment of the plane is the failure to attain the state of spiritual absorption. Instability is that which is unfixity of the mind on the attained plane. I'm going to read it again. Instability is that which is unfixity of the mind on the attained plane, because it becomes confirmed only on the acquisition of it, of the spiritual. I hate these supplied words. One more. Instability is that which is unfixity of the mind on the attained plane, because it becomes confirmed only on the acquisition of the spiritual absorption. Acquisition of the spiritual absorption. These mental distractions are called the 9 impurities of yoga, the enemies of yoga, the impediments of yoga. Okay. Bhagavatam next, and I'm gonna switch the cursor color. So yeah, 2 minutes Bhagavatam. Thank you. Almost there. I just want to change the color of my mouse so it's not blending in with the text. Okay, I'll settle with this for now. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm ready. Nice color. Yeah, contrast. Here we go. Bhagavatam, Book 5, Hymn 73. Ten shlokas. Na shakam, na shalom. Yadadya sutaha parabati yadaiva bhatya vinang. Second try. Yadadya sutaha parabati yadaiva bhatya vinang. Last try. Yadadya sutaha parabati yadaiva bhatya vinang. Yadavang puru pujang yadanan tarikushwa katama ihang tiang puru pu tamang puru tamsam si bipratang parasiang yamyatrigu ube tubishitamang puja. Second try. Parasiang yamyatrigu ube tubishitamang puja. 이망을 일망니아드 바쁘쇼에 바쁘시 자크람 라타시앙 야마투허 바리아니앙 나후셔 유강 마흐낭 라장암시 디야타허 나두 슈 방아메낭 그릇담 베시방 야드바마누 슈토베 Second try. Tadu fu ba menang karatam peshivang yadeva manu shirtove. Last try. Tadu fu ba menang karatam peshivang yadeva manu shirtove. Nong jang ta bade pasang samasame panutume yatuhe. Yadevang Suryang Ratam Deshitadra Kurshuyadam Sadangam. Second try. I'm gonna read the whole thing just once after I'm done because it's not too long. Yadevang Suryang Ratam Deshitadra Kurshuyadam Sadangam Pari Mamarusha Bayo Krono Parananda Tapaha Yubara Tereshiketati Narangam Sumunena Jetasangam Kaimam Yadeva Mare Pasam. Kaimam Yadeva Mare Pasam Na Satya Sunang Puranuyati. Second try. Kaimam Yadeva Mare Pasam Na Satya Sunang Puranuyati. Uguro Bangam Kakuho Yayihe Shiranumbe Yameshu Samdanihe. Second try. Uguro Bangam Kakuho Yayihe Shiranumbe Yameshu Samdanihe. Last try. Uguro Bangam Kakuho Yayihe Shiranumbe Yameshu Samdanihe. Yadevangam Tamsopi Shivina Tiril Naraba Baltati. Second try. Yeah, I should have just. It's a little too long. Alright, I'm gonna try it anyway after I'm done. 야드밤 남소 피라시비는 야드밤 남소 피라시비나 뜰 나라 바발따띠 마트방 우슈 마투 유방 루드랑 시샤크티 비비우슈이 야드 사무드랑아띠 발쇼타헤 바크방에 버럭구슈어 바라는 땅 방암에 사티아미드방 우 아시비낭 유방 마홀 마요 푸와인. Second try. 사티아미드방 우 아시비낭 유방 마홀 마요 푸와인. 땅 야마니야 마후 따망 야마는낭 무르러 야따 담 무르러 야따 담. Okay, second try. 땅 야마니야 마후 따망 야마는낭 무르러 야따 담. Last try. 땅 야마니야 마후 따망 야마는낭 무르러 야따 담. 이망 브라흐마노이 발타낭 아시비평 사는뚜 샴따망. Second try. 이망 브라흐마노이 발타낭 아시비평 사는뚜 샴따망. 양 따구셔마 라탕마 이방 보장마 부르하는 나마흐. Okay, I'm gonna shouldn't have wanted to read the second time. It's kind of long. Anyway, I'll read it anyway. So I was kind of rushing because I thought that I was gonna read the whole thing. All right, so that's what I'll do. Okay, I'm reading a second time the whole thing. And if I'll try to move on as quickly as possible. Oh well. After this is Upanishad and then Shrimad Bhagavatam. That's gonna take a couple of hours at least. Here we go. Yadadiya Sataha Parabati Yadaiba Batya Shivinam Yadabang Puru Pujang Yadanan Tarikusha Katam 이항 띠양 부르 포따망 부르 담삼시 비프라땅 파라시양 야미아 트리구 후베 도비시따망 푸제 일망니아드바 부르 쇼엠 일망니아드바 부쇼엠 일망니아드바 부쇼에 바보시 자크람 라타시아 야마투헤 바리아니앙 나호쇼에 듀강 마흐낭 라장시 디야타헤 나두 쇼 바메낭 그르탐 비셰방 야드방 마누 시터벤 낭낭 자다 바레파상 사마스메 바누투메데야투헤 낭낭 장다 바레파상 사마스메 마누투메 야투흐 야드방 수리양 라탐 드시터드라 쿠슈야탐 사당 야드방 수리양 라탐 드시터드라 쿠슈야담 사당 파리 바마루쇼 바요 크르누 바라는 땅 따파흐 one more. 파리 바마루쇼 바요 크르누 바라는 땅 따파흐 요바라트레시 찌켓따티 나랑 스문네나 짜따상 칼맘 야드방 one more. Yuvaratrisha Chikatati Narang Sumunana Chatasang Kaimam Yadavamare Pasam Na Satya Sunang Puranuyati. Okay, one more. Kaimam Yadavamare Pasam Bosh. Kaimam Yadavamare Pasam Na Satya Sunang Puranuyati. Ugurong Pangam Kakuho Yayihe Sharanambe Yameshu Samtanihe Yadavangam Damsopirashichi Shibinoim Yadavangam Damsopirashibina Tril Naraba Baltati Yadavangam Damsopirashibina Tril Naraba Baltati Yadavangam Damso Pirashivina Tel Nara Babaltati Matavan U Shu Matu Yubang Ludurang Shishakati Bipiu Shui Si Shwakati. Okay. Si Shak. One more. Getting distracted again. Hate it. Just don't get mad at me later. Matavan U Shu Matu Yuvang Ludrang Shishakati Bipiu Shui Yata Samudrangati Barshataha Bakavang Burakoshwa Parananta Vangame Satya Midavang U Ashavinang Yuvama Humayo Puvang Tang Yamaniamahu Tamang Yamanana Muralayata Tamang Imang Brahmanui Baltana Shavipyang Sanantu Shamtamang. Second try. Imang Brahmanui Baltana Shavipyang Sanantu Shamtamang Yang Takoshama Ratama Ivan Bobangachang Bojama Purohanan Namaha. Second try. Okay, last sentence. Yang Takoshama Ratama Ivan Bojama Purohanan Namaha. Namaste. The energy goes right back, if somebody's trying to distract me. I don't even know who it is. Like 99% of the time, I have no idea who's trying to distract me, but the energy goes right back. So, here we go. Hymn 73, sorry. Hymn 73. I can't read Roman numerals, especially when I'm distracted. Mother, O Ashevins, yea, this day be far remote or near at hand. In many spots or in mid-air, come hither, lords of ample wealth. These here will show over widest space, bringing full many a wondrous act. Resistless, lovingly I seek, I call the mightiest to enjoy. Another beauteous wheel have ye fixed there to decorate your car. With others through the realms ye roam in might unto the neighboring tribes. That deed of yours that is extolled, Vrishivas, hath all been done with this. Born otherwise and spotless, ye have entered kinship's bonds with us. Mansuria, mounted on your car that rolls forever rapidly. Birds of red hue were round about, and burning splendors compassed you. Aturu bethinks himself of you, O heroes, with a friendly mind. What time Naasatyas, with his mouth he stirs the spotless flame for you. Strong is your swiftly moving steed, famed his exertion. Strong is your swiftly moving steed, famed his exertion in the course. When by your great deeds Ashevins chiefs, Aturu is brought to us again. Lovers of sweetness, Rudras, she who streams with sweetness waits on you. When ye have travelled through the seas men bring you gifts of well-dressed food. Ashravins, with truth they call you twain, bestowers of felicity. At sacrifice, most prompt to hear, most gracious ye at sacrifice. Most pleasing to the Ashravins be these prayers which magnify their might, which we have fashioned, even as cars. High reverence have we spoken forth. Okay, Upanishad next, thank you. 2 minutes max. Okay, I'm ready. Here we go. No, shaka, no, shalom. Daitutiya Upanishad, second bodily, fourth Anuvakam. Just double check how long it is again. Oh wow. Well, shorter than I thought. It's just a paragraph and a half or something. Okay. Here we go. Yatom pangcho dibaltanantem aprapya manasang saham anandam brahmano vidavana na vipeti gata janati tasyaisha eva sharira atma yah purvasyam tasma devang etasmana manomayat anyonantara atma vijnana mayah tenaisha purnah savang esha purushavita evam tasya purushavitatam anumbayam purushavitah tasya sharadataivam shirah ratam takushvinah pakushah satya mudatarah pakushah yoga tamang mahah pujacham pratishatva tadapyesha shuloko bhavati Namaste. Iti Jatal Banka. I want to read that again. It's very short. Second try the whole thing. And that's it. Yatom Pangcho Nibaltanantem Aprapya Manasang Saham Anandam Brahmano Vidavana Na Vipati Gada Janeti Tasyaisha Eva Sharira Atma Yah Purvasyam Tasma Devang Etasmana Manomayat Anyonantara Atman Vijnana Mayah Anyonantara Atman Vijnana Mayah Tenaisha Purnah Savang Esha Purushavita Evam Tasya Purushavitatam Anumbayam Purushavitah Tasya Sharadat Nasiam Shirada Taivan Shirahe Ratam Dakushuinaha Pakushaha Satya Mudutaraha Pakushaha Yoga Antamam Mahaha Bujacham Pratishutva Dadapyesha Shiloko Pavati Na Shakam Na Shalom Iti Jadul Tonuban Kahem. Fourth Anubankam. Wherefrom words turn back, together with the mind not having attained. The bliss of Brahma, he who knows, appears not at any time at all. This, indeed, is its bodily self, as of the former. Verily, other than and within that one that consists of mind is a self that consists of understanding. By that this is filled. This verily has the form of a person. According to that one's personal form is this one with the form of a person. Faith is its head, the right side, the true, the left side, contemplation, the body, might, the lower part, the foundation. As to that, there's also this verse. That's what. That's it. It's kind of funny, like, you know, a TV episode, you have climax and it just ends right there. This is the original TV episode. Okay, next and last is Shrimad Bhagavatam, and that'll take me 2 hours from now to finish it. I mean, just the Sanskrit part. It's really, I checked it. I have pre-read it, if you will. I have scouted it, if you will, because it's so, it's the most difficult Vedic literature, period. Shrimad Bhagavatam. I'm waving my weapon in my non-dominant hand. So I'm saying Shrimad Bhagavatam is the most difficult Vedic literature in the entire universe, period. Okay, here we go. So yeah, 2 minutes and then I'll read Shrimad Bhagavatam. I have to, get ready. 2 minutes, thank you. Having an internal dialogue, an internal struggle, if you will. Almost there. Mic check, even the mic doesn't want to be on. Almost there. It's really scary. This is a horror movie for me. Reading this takes 2 hours. 2 hours of reading Sanskrit. Blah, 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 blah. It's a form of no, I can't say torture. Heavenly blissful torture, at least, yes. Heavenly blissful torture. 2 hours of reading Sanskrit. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, almost there. Just 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm almost ready. 2 hours of reading Sanskrit. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, Namaste. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Ashita Dashotyaya Shri Shukan Uvancham Tatang Jang Padarashravang Nama Tamasutta Satat Kula Pataya Purushwa Padarashava Vaishwa Padarashava Vaishwa Sagoshad Bhagavato Vasudevasya Puriyam Danum Tamamayim Hayashi Pitanam Hayashi Pitanam Paramena Samatinam Sananita Piedama Pikurunonan Sananita Piedama Pikurunonan Upata Vananti. Second try. I'm going to do myself a favor. I'm just going to read it 3 times. I'm not going to try to get it right. That's what's wasting my time. I mean, some words, it takes 20 minutes to pronounce that one word, which has 50 syllables or something. But that's going to happen. That's going to happen today. There's one word that's a snake. I mean, a python, if you will. Here we go. Tatang jang padarashravang nangama Tamasutta Satat Kula Pataya Purushwa Padra Shavavashwa Sakosha de Bhagavato Vasudevasya Puriyam Danum Talmamayim Hayashisha Pitanam Paramena Samatinam Sananita Piedama Pikurunananta Upatavananti. Okay, last try. Yeah. Tatang Jang Padarashravang Nangama Tamasutta Satat Kula Pataya Purushwa Padarashavavashwa Sagosha de Bhagavato Vasudevasya Puriyam Danum Talmamayim Hayashisha Pitanam Paramena Samatinam Sananita Piedama Pikurunananta Upatavananti. Moving on, there's 39 shlokas. Wow, look at that, it's the shortest one. Padarashravasang Ujuha Om Namo Bhagavate Talmayatamabi Shotanaya Talmayatamabi Shotanaya Nama Iti. Second try. Om Namo Bhagavate Talmayatamabi Shotanaya Talmayatamabi Shotanaya Nama Iti. Last try. Om Namo Bhagavate Talmayatamabi Shotanaya Nama Iti. Shloka 3. Aho Vichitaram Bhagavada Vichashatuitam Bhagavada Vichashatuitam Knanantam Janoyam Hi Vishanana Pashyati. Second try. Aho Vichitaram Bhagavada Vichashatuitam Knanantam Janoyam Hi Vishanana Pashyati. Janoyam Hi. Okay. Last try. Aho Vichitaram Bhagavada Vichashatuitam Knanantam Janoyam Hi Vishanana Pashyati. Dhyanana Sadhyalhi Pikaima Savitum Lihuratiam Puturam Pitaram Jiji Vishati. Second try. Dhyanana Sadhyalhi Pikaima Savitum Lihuratiam Puturam Pitaram Jiji Vishati. Moving on. Shloka 4. Vadananti Vishavam Kavayah Suma Nashavaram Pashyananti Janthyatamavido Vipashititah. Second try. Vadananti Vishavam Kavaya Sama Nashivaram Pashananti Jang Tiatmavido Pipashachitahu Tatangapi Buhyananti Tavanjang Mayayang Subisamitam Kurtiyamajam Natosamitam. Moving on. Shloka 5. Oh man, cool. Vishavoda Pavasatana Nirotha Kaiman. Vishavoda Vasavasat. Vishavoda Pavasatana Nirotha Kaiman. Vishavoda Pavasatana Nirodak. Vishavoda Pavasatana Nirotha Kaiman. Dem Yakaiturangagi Karatamapyapa Parataha. I did it right. I want to do it again. Second try. Vishavoda Pavasatana Nirotha. Vishavoda Pavasatana Nirotha Kaiman. Dem Yakaiturangagi Karatamapyapa Parataha. Moving on. Yukutam Nang Chitaram Tavai Karya Karanue Salvata Mani Piatirikata Jang Pasututaha. Moving on. Wow, I got it right. Vedana Yuganante Tamasanga Dirasakratana Rasata Ladio Nuruturangagi Nuruturanganga Vigraha. Second try. Water really helps. I did not know that. Wow, water. Hearing it. I'm gonna move this a little too. That's better. Okay, that says professional as mustard. Second try. Vedana Yuganante Tamasanga Pirasakaratana Rasata Ladio Niruturanganga Vigraha. Third try. Vedana Yuganante Tamasanga Pirasakaratana Rasata Ladio Niruturanganga Vigraha. Moving on. Pratyanga Dade Vain Gavaya Pita Piyanga Jate Gavaya Pita Gavaya Bit Gavaya Bit Gavaya Bit Gavaya Piyang Gavaya Piyang Gavaya Piyanga Jatem Dasamai Namaste Bitang Te Hitanga Namaste Bita Te Hit Namaste Bita Te Hitanga Iti. Second try. Pratyanga Dade Vain Gavaya Pita Jatem Gavaya Bita Gavaya Bit Gavaya Bit Piyang Gavaya Piyang Jatem Dasamai Namaste Bita Te Hitang Namaste Bita Te Hitanga Iti. Last try. Pratyanga Dade Vain Gavaya Bit Pratyanga Dade Vain Gavaya Bit Piyang Pratyanga Dade Vain Gavaya Bit Piyang Oh Pratyanga Dade Vain Gavaya Piyang Jatem Dasamai Namaste Bita Te Hitanga Iti. Okay, Shloka 7. Move. Yeah. Harivashwa Jangpi Bhagavanan Nara Hariru Beno Sete Tadru Bagara Hana Bimitatam Mutata Ratrang Pita Siem Tadru Bagara Num Grahano Tadru Bagara Hana Nimitatam Mutata Ratra Pita Siem Tadru Bagara Hana Nimitatam Mutata Ratra Pita Siem Tadru Bagara Hana Tadru Bagara Hana Nimitatam Mutata Ratra Pita Siem Tadru Bagara Hananimi Tamutaratra Pitasiem Tadudaitam Rupam Mahapurusoguna Pajanum Mahapurusoguna Pajanum Maha Bhagavato Daityadana Vakulatil Ti Karana Shilang Charitaha Daityadana Vakulatil Ti Karana Shilang Charitaha Parhalado Vyavatana Nanya Bhagati Yogena Saha Tadavasha Purushairu Pansite Idam Chodang Harati. Second try. Hari Vanshwe Champi Bhagavana Nara Hariru Benostem Taduru Bagra Hana Nimita Tamuda Taratra Pita Siem Taduru Bagra Hana Nimita Tamuda Taratra Pita Siem Tadadaitam Rupam Maha Purushoguna Pajano Maha Bhagavato Daityadana Vakulatil Tikarana Shilang Charitaha Prahalado Vyabhatan Prahalado Vyabhatana Nanya Prahalado Vyabhatana Nanya Bhakti Yogena Saha Tadavasha Purushairu Pansate Idam Chodang Harati. Oh. Last try. It's not bad actually. When you say it 3 times, kind of connects even if you made a lot of mistakes. By the 3rd time, the sentence forms in the mind somewhere. Not even consciously sometimes. Like, oh, okay, the mind got it. It's like, okay, moving on. 3 times, very important. Especially in Kali Yuga. If you're reciting Aryan Sanskrit for that matter. 3 times. There's a reason for it. Okay, here we go. Last try. Hari Vaishwe Champi Bhagavana Nara Hariru Benosate Taduru Bagra Hana Bin Taduru Bagra Hana Nimita Tama Taduru Bagra Hana Nimita Tamuta Taratra Pitasye Tadadaitam Rupam Maha Purushaguna Pajano Maha Bhagavato Daityadana Vakulatil Ti Karano Daityadana Vakulatil Ti Karana Shilang Charitaha Prahalado Vyabhatana Nanya Bhakti Yogena Saha Tadavasha Purushairu Pansate Idam Chodang Harati. Shloka 839 is the last one. Almost quarter way there. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namaste Tejasem Avirabil Pava Avirabil Pava Vil. Come on. Avirabil Pava Vajranakam Avirabil Pava Vajranakam Vajradamshatra Kaima Shayane Ranantaya Damo Grasa Om Sivang Apayama Tamani Po Yeshutve Om Gushurom. Wow. Gushurom. I want to just make sure the spelling. I have a physical book, so I could actually double check. Did they make a mistake? Do you want your whole country to disappear? No, just kidding. That's actually a joke. It's like, what did you just say? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Gushoma. So they spelled it as Gushoma. This is spelled Gushrom. There's an Ra there underneath the Shra. So I don't know which one I should go. I'm gonna. Oh man. Gushrom. Okay. I'll go with this, and then I'll also say Gushrom. It says Gushrom, not Gushrom. That's why. Maybe it's not Gushrom. Maybe this text, the physical text is correct, and maybe this is wrong. I'll triple check. Here you go. Where is that thing? This thing messing with my thing. What is this thing? No, I'm starting to sound like Upanishad. Tell me once and for all, so this thing may go away, so I could study my Sanskrit. Dear sir. Anyway, okay, 16, 17, 18. I'm not good at finding stuff. I could read Sanskrit. That's about it. All the other stuff, I have no friggin' idea. What the heck is it? Vipriti. I don't know. I hate finding stuff. 8. Okay. Kushrama. So they actually specify Kushrama. So I'll go with this because these are scholars, and these are also scholars. I don't know. Welcome to the world of learning Sanskrit. You have to choose which is the correct text because it's been so long. This thing, Shrimad Bhagavatam, is at least 5,000 years old. At least 5,000 years old. Kushroma. Okay. Second try. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namaste Avira Vilpavam Avira Vilpavam Bajara Avira Vil Avira Vilpavam Bajaranakam Bajara Damshetra Kaima Shayana Ranantaya Tamo Grasa Om Svaha Apayama Tamani Po Yeshutve Om Gushoroma. Yeah, I think it's Gushor. I think these online people got it right. Wow, congratulations. Namaste. Om Namaste. Okay, last try. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namaste Jase Avira Vilpavam Bajranakam Avira Vilpava Bajaranaka Bajaradamsetra Kaima Shayana Ranantaya Tamo Grasa Om Svaha Apayama Damani Pu Yeshutva Om Gushuroma. Push. Shloka 9. Sivasatya Sutu Vishavasya Kalaha Prasidatang Dhyayanantu Putani Shivam Mito Tiyang Manashityang Padram Pajatangada Tokushat. Okay, so I got that right in first try, so I moved on. I am not gonna be redundant. It's no forecast. Alright, so yeah. Manashityang Padram Pajatangada Tokushajem Aveshyatang no Matirapya Haituki. Second try. Manashityam Padram Pajatangada Tokushajem Aveshyatang no Matirapya Haituki. Shloka 10. Mangaradarat Majapitata Banantushva Sagango Yadi Siada Bhagavata Puriyashu Naha Bhatta Puriyash Siada Bhagavata Puri. Okay. Second try anyway. Mangaradarat Majapitatan Mangaradarat Mabjan Mangaradaram. Come on. Well, I did it right once. Maybe that's why it's not working anymore. I'm gonna Mangaradarat Majapitata Banantushu Sangango Yadi Siada Bhagavata Puriyashu Naha Bhatta Puriyashu. One last try. Mangaradarat Majapitata Banantushu Sangango Yadi Siada Bhagavata Puriyashu Naha Yaha Prana Burata Tiyang Paritushata Atmavana Sadithya Duranana Tatenandriya Priyaha. Second time. Yaha Prana Burata Tiyang Paritushata Atmavana Sadithya Duranana Tatenandriya Priyaha. Moving on. Shloka 11. Oof. So 1/4 way done now. So that took what, half an hour? 20 minutes, okay. At least it's gonna take at least an hour, maybe 1 hour and a half, I think. Yatte Sangangan, Yatte Sanganga Labutam, Yatte Sanganga Labutam, Nijabiria Vai Pavama, Diltam Buhuha Samsapura Shatangam Hi Manasama. Second try. Yatte Sanganga Labutam, Nijabiria Vai Pavama. Nijabiria Vai Pavama Diltam Buhuha Samsapura Shatangam Hi Manasama. Last try, I'm sorry, it's a crooked. I hate it when it's crooked. Okay, cool. Yatte Sanganga Labutam Nijabiria Vai Pavama Diltam Buhuha Samsapura Shatangam Hi Manasama. One more. Yatte Sanganga Labutam Nijabiria Vai Pavama Diltam Buhuha Samsapura Shatangam Hi Manasama. Haratia Jonanta Hershurati Pilgatongangajam Ko Baina Seveta Bokununda Vikramama. Second try. Haratia Jonanta Hershurati Pilgato. Haratia Jonanta Hershurati Pilgatongangajam. Haratia Jonanta Hershurati Pilgajonan Pilgatongangajam. Okay. Haratia Jonanta Hershurati Pilgajonan. Getting distracted again. That's why I use cannabis so I don't get distracted. I used to do this in public, for about a few hours a day, say like 3 hours a day. I would get attacked 3 times a day. I did it like 5-6 days a week. Outside in public when it was nice, that was like 2 years ago. I would get attacked every time, 3 times a day. So I learned how to not get attacked. I don't do it in public anymore. Here we go. Now, Shakam, now Shalom. Haratia Jonanta Hershurti Pilgatongangajam. Haratia Jonanta Hershurti Pilgatongangajam. Go by na Seveta Bokununda Vikramama. Moving on. Yasyang Sati Pakati Paga Matya Kinchanam. Salvai Guna Isitatram. Samasate Surang. Okay, second try. Tasyang Sati Yasyang Sati Pakati Pagavatya Kinchanam. Pagatil Paga Pagatil Paga Pagatil Paga Pagatil Pagavatyam Pagatil Pagavatya Kinchanam. Salvai Gunoi Sitatara Samasate Surang. Okay, last try. Yasyang Sati Pagatil Pavatya Kinchanam. Patya. Yasyang Sati Pagatil Pagavatyam. Yasyang Sati Pagatil Pagavat. Yasyang Sati Pagatil Pagava. Yasyang Sati Pagatil Pagava. Oh man, I hate getting distracted. More cannabis. See, I think most people miss like a syllable in there, and the whole text will not work sometimes. Like pulling a power plug, you mispronounce it really badly, or missing an entire syllable, if you will. Okay, 12. I just want to, I don't know, I want to finish it as soon as possible. And then once I get distracted, it's all like Alice in Wonderland from there, Here we go. Om Namaste. Yasyang sati Bhagatil Bhagavatiya Kincanam Saivail Guna Isitatana Samasate Suranga Harava Bhagatang Harava Bhagatasya Kuto Mahaduguna Manoratana Sati Tavato Bahiha. Okay, second try. Harava Bhagatasya Kuto Mahaduguna Manoratana Sati Tavato Bahiha. Last try. Harava Bhagatasya Kuto Mahaduguna Manoratana Sati Tavato Bahiha. 13. Harilhi Sakushad Bhagavan Charirina Mangatamam Joshua no Mivam Toyami Pusitama. Second try. Harilhi Sakushad Bhagavan Charirina Mangatamam Joshua no Mivam Toyami Pusitama. Hitavang Maham Sadam Yadi Sajajate Guruhe Tadang Mahatavam Payasang Damampati Nama. Tasmadra Joranga Vishada Maniuma Nasapuraha Paya Dainya Timulam. Okay, second try. Tasmadra Joranga Vishada Maniuma Nasapuraha Paya Dainya Timula. That one didn't count. Tasmadra Joranga Vishada Tasmadra Joraga Visha Damanyuma Nasapuraha Payadainia Ti Payadainia Timulam. Okay, that one didn't count. Still got left 2 tries. Just one word. Tasmadra Joraga Visha Damanyuma Nasapuraha Payadainia Tipumulam. Almost. Tasmadra Joraga Visha Tasmadra Joraga Visha Damanyuma Nasapuraha Payadainia Timulam. Third try. Tasmadra Joraga Visha Damanyuma Nasapuraha Payadainia Tasmadra Joraga Visha Damanyuma Nasapuraha Payadainia Timulam. Hitavang Guraham Samsarati Chakrapalam Narasimhapadam Payaja Kuto Payamiti Pajata Kuto Payamiti. Second try. Shloka 14. Hitavang Guraham Samsarati Chakrapalam Surasimhapadam Narasimhapadam Pajata Kuto Payamiti. Okay, last try. Hitavang Guraham Samsarati Chakrapalam Narasimhapadam Pajata Kuto Payamiti. Shloka 15. Oof. Now comes the hard part. For how long? Okay, so 5 shlokas, really hard verses. Okay, here we go. So that's gonna read 3 times, and that's it for me. Ketumalapi Bhagavan Kamadevasavaru Pena Lakushamiyaha Puriyachike Shoyang Prajapatil Duhitaradanam Prajapatil Duhitaradanam Putrana. One more. Prajapatil Duhitaradanam Puturanam Tadavasha Patinam Purusha Yusha Horatra Pari Sankhyanam. Purusha Yusha Horatra Pari Sankhyanam Yang Sangam Kaipang Mahapurusha Mahasatra Tejasoda Sutram. Yeah. Mahapurusha Mahasutra Teja Sodu Vejita Manasangam Vitubasitam Vyasavaha Sambatu Saranante Binipatananti. Okay. Second try. Ketuma Lepi Bhagavana Kama Devasvaru Pena Lakshmiyang Puriyachiki Shoyang Prajapatil Duhitaranam Putranam Tadavashapati Nangam Purusha Yusha Hotrang Purusha Yusha Horatra Parisangankyang Nangam Yang Sangam Kalpang Mahapurusha Mahasutra Jasoda Bhajita Manasangam Mahapurusha Mahasutra Teja Mahapurusha Mahasutra Teja Sutra Teja Mahapurusha Mahasutra Teja Soda Bhajita Manasangam Mahapurusha Mahasutra Teja Soda Bhajitam Mahapurusha Mahasutra Teja Soda Bhajita Manasangam Vituvasitangam Vyasavaha Sambatu Saranante Binipatananti. Okay, last try. I might need more water. Water really helps. I was a soda kind of guy. I still love soda. Soda are vegan, man. Vegan sodas. And most sodas are vegan. Imagine putting a piece of meat in your soda. This comes flavor with meat flavor. Your stupid soda. Okay, no meat in sodas, please. Ketumang Lapi Bhagavana Kama Devasvaru Pena Lakshmiyang Puriyachiki Shoyang Prajapatil Duhitaranam Putranam Tadavashapati Nam Purusha Yusha Hotra Purusha Yusha Horangatra Parisangankyang Nangam Yang Sangam Kalpang Mahapurusha Mahasutra Teja Soda Vejita Manasangam Vitubasitangam Mahapurusha Mahasutra Teja Soda Vejita Manasangam Vitubasitangam Vyasavaha Sambatu Saranante Binipatananti. 16. Ativan Sulalita Gati Vilan Sabila Sita Ruchira Ha Sale Shabalokali Layang Genji Dutamam Pita Sunandara Pro Manandala Supaga Badanara Binanda Shiriyang Ramam Ramayanandriyanui Ramayate. Okay, second try. Ativam Sulalita Gati Bila Sabila Sita Ruchira Ha Sale Shabalokali Layang Sulalita Gati Bila Sabila Sita Ruchira Ha Sale Shabalokali Layang. Almost. Sulalita Gati Bila Sabila Sita Ruchira Ha Sashelang Leshang. Sulalita Gati Bila Sabila Sitam Sulalita Gati Bila Sabila Sita Ruchira Ha Salesha Balokali Layang. Almost. Sulalita Gati Bila Sabila Sita Ruchira Ha Sashelang Sulalita Gati Bila Sabila Lita Ruchira Ha Salesha Balokali Layang Genchi Dutamam Pita Sunandara Pro Manandala Supaga Vadanara Binanda Shriyang Genchi Dutamam Pita Sunandara Pro Manandala Supaga Vadanara Binanda Shriyang Ramam Ramayana Ninandriyanui Ramayate. Last try. Ativan Sulalita Gati Bila Sabila Sita Ruchira Ha Salesha Balokali Layang Genji Dutamam Pita Sunandara Pro Manandala Supaga Badanara Binanda Shriyang Genji Dutamam Pita Sunandara Pro Manandala Supaga Badanara Binanda Shriyang Ramam 라마야는 이는들이 야누이 라마야댐 라마야는 이는들이 야누이 라마야댐 17 따드 파가바토 마야마얌 루밤 파라마사마티 요게나 라마데비 삼바트 사라시야 라트리슈 브라자바틀 두히트르 피루페타 하후허수 브라자바틀 두히트르 피루페타 하후수 브라자바틀 두히트르 피루페타 하후수 참 따드 팔트르 피루빵았을 때 이담 쪼당 하라띠 second try 따드 파가바토 마얌 루밤 파라마사마 티요게나 라마데비 삼바트 사라시양 라트리슈 브라자바텔 두히트르 피루페땅 후하후 하허수 브라자바텔 두히트르 피루페따 하허수 짱 따드 팔트르 피루 따드 팔트르 비루 따드 팔트르 피루빵 했을 때 이담 쪼당 하라띠 last try 따드 파가바토 마얌 루밤 파라마사마 티요게나 라마데비 삼바트 사라시야 라트리슈 브라자바텔 두히트르 피루페땅 하후수 브라자바텔 두히트르 피루페땅 하후수 짱 따드 팔트르 비루빵 했을 때 따드 팔트르 피루빵 했을 때 이담 쪼당 하라띠 Shloka, not verse. Shloka 18. 39 is the last one. It gets shorter. This is a chunk of what I call irregular shlokas. They're not divided into two sections. Why? Because they have words that are exceeding, so long that they cannot fit into two lines. So that, I call them irregular shlokas. Here we go. Hram. Hrim, Hrum, Namo, Bhagavate, Rushvi, Keshaya, Salvaguna Visheshai, Vilakushvita, Tamane, Salvaguna Visheshai, Vilakushvita, Tamane, Akoti Nam, Jitati Nam, Jatasam, Visheshwanam, Jatipataye, Shodoshakalayam, 차는 도마야야는 나마야야 머르다마야야 살바마야야 아하세 오자세 발라야 가는 따야 가마야 나마스테 우파야트라 부야트 second try 흐람 흐림 흐름 나모 파가바테 우루슈이 깨샹야 살바구나 비셰셜 빌라쿠슈이타 때만에 아쿠디남 지드디남 자타삼 비셰슈아놈 자티바타예 쇼더샤칼라야 쇼더샤칼라야 차는도마야야 는나마야야 머르다마야야 살바마야야 상하세 오자세 발라야 가는 따야 가마야 나마스테 우파야트라 푸야트 last try I could come down now that's how I don't know what it's doing but to me it looks so theatrical 흐람 흐림 흐름 나모 파가와테 흐루슈이 깨샹야 살바구나 비샤샤일 빌라쿠슈이타 때만에 아쿠디남 지드디남 자타삼 비샤슈아놈 자티바타예 쇼더샤칼라얌 차는도마야야는 나마야야 머르다마야야 살바마야야 사하세 오자세 발라야 가는 따야 가마야 나마스테 우파야트라 푸야트 Okay, I tried. So 3 times and that's it. Before I would try to get it right. I would spend 45 minutes. I found that it's doesn't do anything. I mean, it doesn't do that much. You know what I mean? I need to get like a lot of stuff done, not like nitpicking. That's what I found out about myself. Anyway, here we go. Shloka 19. Sutriyom Pratai Sitvang Kurushvi Keshivaram Suvato Hyaratyan Loke Patima Shasatesyam. Second try. Sutriyom Pratai Sitvang Kurushvi Keshivaram Suvato Hyaratyan Loke Patima Shasatenyam. Last try. Sutriyom Pratai Sitvang Kurushvi Keshivaram Suvato Hyaratyan Loke Patima Shasatenyam. Patima Shasatenyam. Moving on. Tang Sam Na De. How many times did I say it? Okay, one more. So I think I still have one more try. I don't want to do more than 3. I found them the hard way. I learned like a chunk of like 70% of my stuff the hard way. Sutriyom Pratai Sitvang Kurushvi Keshivaram Suvato Hyaratyan Loke Patima Shasatenyam. Tang Sam Na Te Vai Paripanantya Patyam Priyam Tanayum Shui Yato Suva Tanantraha. Yato Suva Tanantraha. Okay. Second try. Tang Sam Na Te Vai Paripanantya Patyam Priyam Tanayum Shui Yato Suva Tanantraha. Okay. Last try. Tang Sam Na Te Vai Paripanantya Patyam Priyam Tanayum Shui Yato Suva Tanantraha. Moving on. Shloka 20. Sang Vai Patiha Syada Kutopaya Svayam Samanantataha Pati Payaturam Janam. One more. Sang Vai Patiha Syada Kutopaya Svayam Samanantataha Pati Payaturam Janam. Sang Ekang Evataratang Mito Payam Naivat Mala Padati Manyate Param. Second try. Sang Ekam Evataratang Mito Payam Naivat Mala Padati Manyate Param. Shloka 21. So now I'm halfway through. It took me 45 minutes to get halfway through. It's going to be 1 hour and 30 minutes. I have accepted that fate for myself. 1 hour and 30 minutes. Shalom. Om Namaste. Yang Dasyang De Pada Saroruhai Hanam Pada Saroruhai Hanam Nikamayat Sa Kilaka Malam Patwe. Second try. Yang Dasyang De Pada Saroruhai Hanam. Okay. Nikamayat Sa Kilaka Malam Patwe. Last try. Yang Dasyang De Pada Saroruhai Ru. Yang Dasyang De Pada Saroruhai Ruhai. Yang Dasyang De Pada Saroruhai Ruhai. Yang Dasyang De Pada Saroruhai Ruhai. Come on. Saroruhai. Yang Dasyang De Pada Saroruhai. Yang Dasyang De Pada Saroruhai Hanam. Almost. Yang Dasyang De Pada Saroruhai Hanam. Yang Dasyang De 바다사로로 하이하남 니까마야뜨사 킬라까말라만 바뜸 니까마야뜨사 킬라마까라만 바뜸 니까마야뜨사 킬라까말라만 바뜸. Moving on. One more, but I'm getting distracted. Okay, halfway through. Here we go. Yang dasyang te 바다사로로 하이하남 yang dasyang te 바다사로로 하이하남 니까마야뜨사 킬라까말라만 바뜸 따대방 랑시 부시타미 부시돌지똥 야드 파그나이 양쯔나이 야드 파그나 양쯔나이 파가바나 브라타피아템. Okay. Second try. 따대방 랑시 부시타미 부시돌지똥 야드 파그나 양쯔나이 파가바나 브라타피아템. Okay. Last try. 따대방 랑시 부시타미 부시돌지똥 야드 파그나 양쯔나이 파가바나 브라타피아템. One more. 따대방 랑시 부시타미 부시돌지똥 야드 파그나 양쯔나이 파가바나 브라타피아템. Shloka 22. Matapranapataya jesha surang satapyananta uguram tapa ainandriya tiyaha. Okay, second try. Matapranapataya jesha surang satapyananta Matapranapataya jesha surang satapyananta uguram tapa ainandriya tiyaha. Rate pavata pada parayana na mam binandanan tiyaham divada tridayang yato jitam. Okay, second try. Rate pavata pada parayana na mam binandanan tiyaham divada tridayang yato jitam. Last try. Ratem pavata pangada parayana na mang binandanan tiyaham devada tridayang yato jitam. Are you kidding me? Same place. One more. It's devada tridayang. Okay. Ratem pavata pangada parayana na mang binandanan tiyaham devada tridayang yato jitam. Shloka 23. Okay, another more irregular shloka. 23. I just want to check how many more. Okay, so two more irregular shlokas. 3, 4 more. 5, 6, 7, 6 irregular shlokas. So that's gonna take some time. But otherwise, it's okay. Here we go. Shloka 23. Wish I had. You know what? I'm gonna get some water. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Give me taking a 1 minute break. I'm halfway through. I got about 40 minutes left. So I'm also gonna take a restroom break as well. So I'm at Shloka 23. Yeah. It's all good. Okay, everything's good. Thank you. 2 minutes. Give me 1 minute. Then, yeah. Mic check. Okay, here we go. Shloka 23. Halfway there. Yeah. No, Shakam. No, Shalom. Thank you, God. Fill to the brim. Amazon water. I advertise it. But here we go. Namaste. Sang Devam Mama Piachutan She Shunui Binin Bananditama Karamam Bojam Yatutavadatai Sa Devatama. Second try. Sang Devam Mama Piachutan She Shunui Bananditama Karamam Bojam Yatutavadati Yatutavadatai Sa Devatama. Last try. Sang Devam Mama Piachutan She Shunui Bananditam Karamam Bojam Yatutavadatai Sa Devatama Bipashui Mam Lakashima Paranuya Mayayanga Ka Ishivarasya Hitamu Hitum Bipuriti. Second try. Bipashui Mam Lakashima Paranuya Mayayanga Ka Ishivarasya Hitamu Hitum Bipuriti. Shloka 24. Muhitum Bipashui Mam Lakashima Paranuya Mayayanga Ka Ishivarasya Hitamu Hitum Bipuriti. Cool. Subtle things. Ramyaken Jan Bhagavatam Puryatamam Matasya Mavatangararopam Tadavasha Purushasya Manoprak Pradashitam Sa Idani Mapi Mahatang Bhakti Yoganara Thayitayam Bhakti Yoganara Thayati Dam Jodan Harati. Second try. Shloka 24. Ramyakem Jan Bhagavatam Puryatamam Matasya Mavatangararopam Tadavasha Purushasya Manoprak Pradashitam Sa Idani Mapi Mahatang Bhakti Yoganara Thayati Ham Tidam Bhakti Yoganara Thayati Dam Jodan Harati. Last try. Ramyakem Jan Bhagavatam Puryatamam Matasya Mavatangararopam Tadavasha Purushasya Manoprak Paradashitam Sa Idani Mapi Mahatang Bhakti Yoganara Thayati Dam Bhakti Yoganara Thayati Dam Joda Harati. I'm gonna go one more try. So fourth try is what I call the final try. Fifth try is the end of the world try. Sixth try is what I call the satanic try. After the end of the satanic try. Ramyakem Jan Bhagavatam Puryatamam Matasya Mavatangararopam Tadavasha Purushasya Manoprak Pradashitam Sa Idani Mapi Mahatang Bhakti Yoganara Thayati Dam Joda Harati. Moving on. Shloka 25. Om Namo Bhagavate Mukhyatamaya Namaha Sattvaya Pranayajasem Sase Balaya Mahamatysyaya Nama Iti. Second try. Om Namo Bhagavate Mukhyatamaya Namaha Sattvaya Pranayajasem Sase Balaya Mahamatysyaya Nama Iti. Last try. Om Namo Bhagavate Mukhyatamaya Namaha Sattvaya Pranayajase Sase Balaya Mahamatysyaya Nama Iti. How many? 26. I just got through 2 irregular. If I don't see any irregular shlokas, 1, 2 more, 3, 4. So 4 really hard shlokas, otherwise I'm okay. 17 shlokas left. Wow, 14 shlokas left. I'm faster than I think. That's a good thing for me. Okay. Anantal Bahishya Kila Lokapala Kaira Drashatarupo Vichara Siuru Subhanaha. Second try. Shloka 26. Anantai Bahishya Kila Lokapala Kairam Anantai Bahishya Kila Lokapala Kaira Darashatarupam Anantai Bahishya Kila Lokapala Kaira Darashatarupam Vichara Siuru Subhanaha. Last try. Anantai Bahishya Kila Lokapala Kaira Darashatarupam Anantai Bahishya Kila Lokapala Kaira Darashatarupam Vichara Siuru Subhanaha. Sang Ishvarasatavam Yang Idam Pashanayana Namanam Yatang Tarumayim Naraha Satiriyam. Second try. Sang Ishvarasatavam Yang Idam Pashanayana Namanam Yatang Tarumayim Naraha Satiriyam. Shloka 27. Yam Lokapalaha Kila Matusarajabarang Hitavang Yatanantopi Protaka Samatiyam. Second try. Yam Lokapalaha Kila Matusarajabarang Hitavang Yatanantopi Protaka Samatiyam. Pangatum na Shakulde Vipadasha Chatusha Padaha Sari Surapam Satana Yadatara Duroshyate. Second try. Pangatum na Shakulde Vipadasha Chatusha Padaha Sari Surapam Satana Yadatara Duroshyate. Last try. Pangatum na Shakulde Pantum na Shakulde. Oh man. Pantum na Shakulde Vipadasha Chatusha Padaha. Pantum na Shakulde Vipadasha Chatusha Padaha Sari Sarapam Satana Yadatara Duroshatem. Shloka 28. 12 left. Pavana Yuganantal Novaim Ulmimalini Kushonui mimang moshati virutangam nitima. Second try. Pavana yuganan talno Pavana yuganan talnovan olmimalini Kushonui mimang moshati virutang Kushonui mimang moshati Kushonui mimang moshati virutangam nitima. Last try. Pavana yuganan talnovan olmimalini Kushonui mimang moshati viru Kushonui mimang moshati virutangam Kushonui mimang moshati virutangam Kushonui mimang moshati virutangam nitima. One more, last final try, fourth try. Pavana yuganan talnova olmimalini Kushonui mimang moshati virutangam Kushonui mimang moshati virutangam nitima. Okay, moving on. Mayang Sahauru Kurama Tejang Ojasanga Tasamai Jagat Prana Jano Gana Jagat Prana Gana Tamane Nama Iti. Second try. Mayang Sahauru Mayang Sahauru Mayang Sahauru wow Sahauru Mayang Sahauru Grama Tejang Mayang Sahauru Grama Tejang Ojasanga Tasamai Jagat Prana Gana Tamane Nama Iti. Last try. No, Shalom. Mayang Sahauru Mayang Sahauru Grama Tejang Ojasanga Tasamai Jagat Prana Gana Tamane Nama Iti. Moving on. Hiranan Mayapi Bhagavatam Ivasati Gulmatanum Viprana Stasyan Tatapuriyatamangam Tano Mariamanga Saham Varsha Purushoiha Petragana Tipati Rupa Thavati Manantaramimam Janu Japati. Second try. Sloka 29. 11 left. Hiranan Mayapi Bhagavana Nivasati Gulmatanum Viprana Stasyan Tatapuriyatamangam Tanu Mariamanga Saha Varsha Purushoiha Petragana Tipati Rupa Thavati Manantaramimam Janu Japati. Okay, last try. Hiranan Mayapi Bhagavana Divasati Gulmatanum Viprana Stasyan Tatapuriyatamangam Tanu Mariamang Saha Varsha Purushoiha Petragana Tipati Rupa Thavati Manantaramimam Janu Japati. Shloka 30. 10. Now it's a countdown. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Akuparaya Salva Satatva Guna Visheshagan Shono Salva Satatva Guna Visheshono Yanu Palaku Sri Tasatanaya Namo Varshamanue Namo Pumane Namo Vasatanaya Namaste. Second try. Om Namo Bhagavate Akuparaya Salva Satatva Guna Visheshano Yanu Palaku Sri Tasatanaya Namo Varshamanue Namo Pumune, Namo, Namo Basatanaya, Namaste. Okay, last try. Oh yeah, so today also I'm doing Hare Krishna Manandana chanting at 6 p.m. and then I'll also do ASMR. I'll take like a half an hour, but I don't need that much break after Hare Krishna Manandana 66 chanting. So that's at 6 p.m. today. After this, it'll give me an hour break after I'm done with this. Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Akuparaya Sarvasattvaguna Vijeshanoya Nupalakushvitasathanaya Namo Vaishamanoe Namo Pumune Namo Vasathanaya Namaste. Okay, moving on. Shloka 31. Yadurupam nijamaya alpita maltha sivarupam pahuruparupitam. Second try. Yadurupam nijamaya alpita maltha sivarupam. Yadurupam nijamaya alpita maltha sivarupam pahuruparupitam. One more. Yadurupam nijamaya alpita maltha sivarupam pahuruparupitam. Sangankyang na yasya satyaya topalaman panang tasmai. Okay. Yasya satyaya topalaman panang tasmai namaste vya padesharu pinoi. Okay. Second try. Sangankyang na yasya satyaya topalaman panang tasmai Namaste vya padesharu pinoi. Last try. Sangankyang na yasya satyaya Sangankyang na yasya satyaya topala yato. Sangankyang na yasya satyaya top. Whoa, I'm gonna take a little break. I just heard something drop. So I'm forced to take a break. Give me 1 second. Acabale. I think the worst just passed. Om Namaste. Okay. Shloka 31, second try. Oh, need more cannabis. Yeah, that's not my energy, so, I could go into Alice in Wonderland from here, which is not good for me. Here we go. Once something dropped and it wasn't even human doing, it was just dropped. I was like, whoa, wow, it does happen. Okay, here we go. Second try. Sangankyang na yasya satyaya topala yasya satyaya topala manpanat tasmai namaste vya padesharu Namaste vya padesharu pinoi. Last try. Sangankyang na yasya satyaya topala manpanat Sangankyang na yasya satyaya topala yato. Sangankyang na yasya satyaya topala manpanat Sangankyang. Yeah, the energy is still there. I hope it's not a human being doing it. That's all I'm hoping for, I can't say Sanskrit for a little while. It's like a video game. I got stunned. Here we go. So that's 5 minutes a waste of my time. Thank you very much. Na shakha, na shalom. Om namaste. Sangan kyang na yasya satya yathopalam pana tatasmai namaste vyapadesharu pinwem. Namaste vyapadesharu pinwem. Fourth try. Absolute last try. Sangan kyang na yasya satya yathopalam pana tatasmai namaste vyapadesharu pinwem. Moving on. Shloka 32. Na shakam, na shalom. Om namaste. Jara yujam sveda jamananda jodapidam jara jaram devar shri pitra puta mainandriyam. Okay. Second try. Jara yujam sveda jamananda jodapidam Jaram jaram devar shri pitra puta mainandriyam. Last try. Jaram yujam sveda jamananda jodapidam jaram jaram devar shri pitra puta mani devar shri pitra puta mainandriyam. Okay. Fourth try. Jaram yujam sveda jamananda jodapidam jaram jaram devar shri pitra puta mainandriyam. Diauha kam gushvitiha shaila sarit samudra dubi bagra harshwetya piteya ekah. Second try. Shloka 32. 7 away. Diauha kam gushvitiha shaila sarit samudra dubi bagra harshwetya piteya ekah. Last try. Diauha kam gushvitiha shaila sarit samudra dubi bagra harshwetya piteya ekah. Fourth try. Diauha kam gushvitiha shaila sarit samudra dubi bagra harshwetya piteya ekah. Harkushwem. Diauha end of the world try. Diauha kam gushvitiha shaila sarit samudra dubi bagra harkushwem. Caught myself. Caught the mistake. Alright. First try now. Diauha kam gushvitiha shaila sarit samudra dubi bagra harkushwetya piteya ekah. One more. Harkushwem. Ha ha ha. Almost escaped me. Diauha kam gushvitiha shaila sarit samudra dubi bagra harkushwetya piteya ekah. That was poor. I'm gonna do one more. Diauha kam gushvitiha shaila sarit samudra dubi bagra harkushwetya piteya ekah. Diauha kam gushvitiha shaila sarit samudra dubi bagra harkushwetya piteya ekah. Diauha kam gushvitiha shaila sarit samudra dubi bagra harkushwem. Where's my water? Oh, I've displaced my water. Yeah, I'm telling you, once I get distracted, it's Alice in Wonderland from there. You know, whatever comes out of my mouth, I am not responsible. Diauha kam gushvitiha shaila sarit samudra dubi bagra harkushwetya piteya ekah. Harkushwem. I could do better. Diauha kam gushvitiha Shaila Sarita Samudra Devi Bagara Haikoshwatia Piteyan Ekaha Harkoshwan. One more. Diauha Kam Gushwitiha Shaila Sarita Samudra Devi Bagara Haikgrang Haikoshwan. Diauha Kam Gushwitiha Shaila Sarita Samudra Devi Bagara Haikoshwan. Diauha Kam Gushwitiha Shaila Sarita Samudra Devi Bagara Haikoshwatia Piteyan Ekaha. I'm gonna do it two more tries and then I'll just move on. It's the word Harkoshwa. Something distracted me and I cannot say it now for some reason. Diauha Kam Gushwitiha Shaila Sarita Samudra Devi Bagara Haikoshwa. Diauha Kam Gushwitiha Shaila Sarita Samudra Devi Bagara Haikoshwatia Piteyan Ekaha. C+. I'm gonna do one more then. It got better a little bit. Diauha Kam Gushwitiha Shaila Sarita Samudra Devi Bagara Haikoshwatia Piteyan Ekaha. Moving on. Yasaminan Nana Yasaminan Na Sangan Kya Visheshanang Maru Panguratan Gabi Piha Garipitayama. Second try. Yasaminan Na Sangan Kya Vishesh Yasaminan Na Sangan Kya Visheshanang Maru Panguratan Gabi Piha Garipitayama. Sangan Kyang Yayang Tatavadra Shangapani Yate Tasmai Namaha Sangan Kya Nidai Shana Yate Iti. Second try. I'm gonna actually read from here again. Yasaminan Na Sangan Kya Visheshwanang Maru Panguratan Gabi Piha Garipitayama. Sangan Kyang Yayang Tatavadra Shangapani Yate Tasmai Namaha Sangan Kya Nidai Shana Yate Iti. Sangan Kya Nidai Shana Yate Iti. Third try on the second part. 33. Almost done. Yeah. Sangan Kyang Yayang Tatavadra Shangapani Yate Tasmai Namaha Sangan Kya Nidai Shana Yate Iti. 34. Irregular. And then 2 more regulars and that's it. And then 4 regular shlokas. 6 left. Shloka 34. Do I need more cannabis? Man. Here we go. First try. Na Shakam. Na Shalom. Om Namaste. Uttutareshu Jang Gurushu Bhagavana Yajinya Purushaha Gurata Para Harupa Asate Tam Tu Devi Haishwa Puha Saha Guru Pirasat Kalita Pakati Yoga Guru Pirasa Kalita Pakati Yoge no Bhaktavati Imam Jang Parama Mupani Shadama Baltayati. Okay, second try. Whoosh. Uttutareshu Jang Gurushu Bhagavana Yajinya Purushaha Gurta Paraharupa Asate Tam Tu Devi Aishva Puha Saha Guru Pirasa Kalita Pakati Guru Pirasa Kalita Pakati Yoge no Bhaktavati Guru Pirasa Kalita Pakati Yoge no Bhaktavati Imam Jang Parama Mupani Shadama Vaitayati Parama Mupani Shadama Vaitayati. Last try. Uttutareshu Jang Gurushu Bhagavana Yajinya Purushaha Gurta Paraharu Kurta bara haru pan asate tam tu devi haishwa puha saha guru pira sakhalita bhakti yoge no pathavati imam chan parama upanishadama valtayati. I'm gonna do one more on this. Uttatareshu chan kurushu bhagavane yajinya purushaha kurta bara haru pan asate tam tu devi haishwa puha saha guru pira sakhalita bhakti yoge no pathavati Guru Pirasa Kalita Bhakti Yogen Guru Pirasa Kalita Bhakti Yogen no Pathavati Imam Chan Paramamupanishadama Valtayati. Moving on, that was 4 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Manantara Tattvalinga Yajinyakaratavam Mahatvara Mahapurushoya Namaha Karmashuklaya Diriyuganya Namaste. Second try. Home stretch. Yes. 4 left. No, 5 left. Om Namo Bhagavate Manantara Om Namo Bhagavate Manantara Tattvalinga Yajinyakaratavam Mahatvara Mahapurushoya Namaha Karmashuklaya Diriyuganya Namaste. Last try. Om Namo Bhagavate Manantara Tattvalinga Om Namo Bhagavate Manantara Tattvalinga Yajinyakaratavam Mahatvara Om Namo Bhagavate Manantara Tattvalinga Om Namo Bhagavate Manantara Tattvalinga Om Namo Bhagavate Manantara Tattvalinga Yajinyakaratavam Mahatvara Mahapurushoya Namaha Karmashuklaya Diriyuganya Namaste. Moving on. Mahatvara Mahapurushoya Namaha Karmashuklaya Diriyuganya Namaste. Alright, back to regular shlokas. 36, 39 is the last one. Home stretch. Yasyam Sivarupam Kavayom Vipashachitom Gunueshu Darut Shivivam Jata Vedasama. Okay, second try. Yasyam Sivarupam Kavayom Vipashachitom Gunueshu Darut Shivivam Jata Vedasama. Last try. Yasyam Sivarupam Kavayo Vipashachito Gunueshu Darusha Vivam Jata Vedasama. Matnananti Matnam Manasam Didrukko Shabun Gudham Gurial Telnama Gurial Telnama Iritamanem. Second try. Matnananti Matnam Manasam Didrukko Shabun Gudham Gurial Telnama Aha, Gurial Telnama Iritamanem. Second try. Matnananti Matnam Manasam Didrukko Shabun Gudham Gurial Telnama Iritamanem. Drabya Kriya Hatvaya Nesha Kaltra Pilmaya Gunal Vasatu Niri Kushvitatamanem. Second try. Drabya Kriya Hatvaya Nesha Kaltra Pilmaya Gunal Vasatu Piri Niri doesn't count. Niri Kushvitatamanem. 3 shlokas left. That's it. Drabya Kriya Hatvaya Nesha Kaltra Pil Drabya Kriya 드라비아 그리양 하트바야 내샤 깔트르 필마야 구너의 바스트 니리 구슈이땅 하트마넴. Last try. 드라비아 그리양 하트바야 내샤 깔트르 필마야 구너의 바스트 니리 구슈이땅 하트마넴. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예 나모 나마흐. Okay, second try. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. Almost. 부드티 필니라 스탄. 부드티 필니라 스탄. Okay. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 플. 아는비 그셔양 아는비 그셔양 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. Almost there. 2.5 shlokas away from the end. Yeah. After that was 1.5 hours of struggle. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. Almost. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. Come on. Home stretch. More. That's why I use cannabis. This is exactly precisely number 666 why I use cannabis. Some people never spend money even if they have to spend it. I'm not that kind of person. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. Almost. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. Come on. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 아는비 그셔양은 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. Almost. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. Almost. All these almosts, man. Almost made it. That's the hardest word. This is the hardest word. Once I get through this, it's nothing. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. Almost. Closer, getting closer. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. 나모 나마헤. Last try. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니. 아는비 그셔양은가 티샤야트 마부드티 필니라 스타마야 그렇다예. 나모 나마흐. Moving on. 2 shlokas left to miracle. Karoti Bhishevasatiti Samya Modayam Yasyep Sitam Nepusitami Kushwitul Gunoiha. Second try. Karoti Bhishevasatiti Samya Modayam Yasyep Sitam Nepusitami Kushwitul Gunoiha. Last try. Karoti Bhishevasatiti Samya Modayam Yasya Pusitam, Nepusitami Kushwitu Tulgunoiha, Nepusitam, Nepusitami Kushwitul Gunoiha. Okay, absolute fourth time. Karoti Vrishvasatiti Samya Modayam Yasya Pusitam Nepusitami Kushwitul Gunoiha. Almost. Nepusitami Kushwitul Gunoiha. The end of the world try. Fifth try. Karoti Vrishvasatiti Samya Modayam Yasya Pusitam Nepusitami Kushwitul Gunoiha. Mayang Yatayo Pramate Tadashrayam Gravunua Namaste Gunokaimasha Kushwinuem. Second try. Mayang Yatayo Pramate Tadashrayam Gravunua Namaste Gunokaimasha Kushwinuem. Last shloka. 39. Last one. Oof. Paramatyam Daityam Pratiparanam Murte Yomam Rasaya Jagadadi Sukaraha. Second try. Paramatyam Daityam Pratiparanam Murte Yomam Rasaya Jagadadi Sukaraha. Last try. Paramatyam Daityam Prativaranam Murte Yomam Rasaya Jagadadisu Karaha. Kurtavagara Damshatrue Diragadu Danan Bataha Guri Danan Nibe Paha Pranadasami Tam Vipumiti. Second try. Kurtavagara Damshatrue Diragadu Danan Bataha Gri danan nibet paha, Paranadasami tam vipumiti. Last try. Kurtavagara damshatruem, Diraga dudanan bataha, Gri danan nibet paha, Paranadasami tam vipumiti. One more. Final try. Final boss. I can't even do it. Kurtavagara damshatruem, Diraga dunan databat. Kurtavagara damshatruem, Kurtavagara damshatruem, Diraga dunan dabataha, Guri danan divapaha, Paranadasami tam vipumiti. One more. End of the world try. It's the end of the world. This must be the end of the world. Kurtavagara damshatruem, Diraga dunan dabataha, Guri danan divapaha, Paranadasami tam vipumiti. And it's gonna be okay, even if it's the end of the world. No, Shakam, no, Shalom. I can't believe I finished it. It's a miracle. This is a miracle you're witnessing. I finished it. Iti Shrimad Bhagavate Mahapuranoe Paramahamsyam Samhitayam Panchamasakanante Puvanako Shavalnovanam Puvanako Vaishanam Puvanako Shavalnanam Namashita Dashotyaya. One more. Iti Shrimad Bhagavate Mahapuranoe Paramahamsyam Samhitayam Panchamasakanante Puvanako Shavalnanam Namashita Dashotyaya. Namaste. Okay, so I'm going to take a little break. I have to use the restroom again, and then I'll read the translation. There's no copy on the internet. Sorry. I'm tired. There's no translation on the internet except for Prabhupada's translation. I don't read that one. My body refuses to read any of Prabhupada's translations. I tried it for a whole year, I think, and then I realized, oh, this translation is not for me. It's for other people. Okay, so I'm gonna read the translation in about 2 minutes. I just gotta use the restroom, and I'm done reading Sanskrit. So if you came by just to hear, Sanskrit, I'm not reading any more Sanskrit. So have a good night. Na shaka, na shalom, namaste. Reading the translation in 2 minutes. Thank you. I just found out something about myself. So whenever there's a Sanskrit recitation session, like say today's Tuesday, so Tuesdays and Fridays, I read like a literature, like Shrimad Bhagavatam is literature, like novel, if you will, epic. I don't know how to call it. Anyway, it's helpful to read it in the mind beforehand. So I'm gonna do that from now on. So it takes energy to just read Sanskrit in your mind. Can you imagine that? I'm telling you the truth. I'll get tired after like 15 minutes of just reading in my head, just reading through like a novel, like you would an English novel. You're just reading it without saying anything. It takes energy, and I got tired after 20 minutes of just reading Sanskrit. But that's what I'll do before I read Sanskrit sessions. Not for the Yoga Sutras because they're short. Usually they're short, and I'm used to them. Veda, I'm also used to Veda. Upanishad, they're easy. Upanishad is easy. Like Shrimad Bhagavatam, I would read the chapter before I begin the session from now on. That's what I'll do. Read it in my mind. I'll read it in the morning, scan through the chapter in my mind before I actually go on do this thing. So I realized that I did it briefly and it helped me tremendously. This should have taken, how long did it take? Only so I started at 45 or 47-minute mark, finished at around 2:25. So that's about an hour and 30 minutes only, well, an hour and 45 minutes. It should have taken me like 2.5 hours. So reading it in my mind before I read the actual literature recited is a requirement for me now. That's my homework. It's like, what are you going to read today? I'm going to read Kariki Purana. Okay, have you read it? Have you read the chapter 47 shlokas? Have you read it in your mind before reciting it for the day? That's what I'll do. So, in the morning, before, a few hours before the session, a couple of hours before the session, I'll read it in my mind. And then it'll help me. It'll cut down the time that I do my live stream. That's my point here. Because I read it in my mind, it only took me 2.5 hours. I'm not even done yet. I have to read the translation. Sorry about that. All right, so translation coming up, and I'll talk more about it. Sorry about that. I just had an aha moment. I was like, wow, reading Sanskrit like a novel, like an English novel in your mind is fun. It just takes energy. It takes energy, You'll get tired. You're like, oh, maybe it's a good way to put myself to sleep. Anyway. Let me just adjust the light here. Very good. Without further interruption. Discourse 18. Shri Shukramanan. Even so, in Padarashrabarsha, a son of Taima, Padarashrava by name, as well as the chief men of his retinue, adore the favorite manifestation of Lord Vasudeva himself, known by the name of Hayagriva, who is piety personified, realizing his presence through supreme concentration of mind while muttering the following prayer. Padarashrava and his men prayed. Hail to the Almighty Taima, denoted by the mystic syllable who purifies the mind. Oh, marvelous are the doings of the Lord, deluded by which this jiva fails to perceive death, though endowed with vision, when he desires to survive, after cremating his father and son, contemplating evil deeds in order to enjoy the carnal pleasures. The learned have spoken of the world as perishable, while those wise men who have realized the self even perceive it as such. Yet are people deluded by your Maya, O birthless one. Highly wonderful are your ways, and I bow to you, O birthless Lord. The functions of creation, preservation, and dissolutions of the universe have been attributed to you, who are a non-doer and unveiled. This is not surprising in your case, for activity is proper to you, who are everything and the cause of the effects. While, as a matter of fact, you are unconditioned. Appearing in the form of a man-horse, it is you who rescued from the bottom of the ocean and restored to the supplicating Brahman the Vedas that had been stolen away by the demon Matu at the time of universal dissolution. Hail to you of unfailing resolve. Again, in Harivarsha, the Lord abides in the form of Narahari. The circumstances that led him to assume that form I shall relate later on. The great devotee, Prahalada, who is an abode of all good qualities, inhering in exalted souls, and whose virtue and conduct brought sanctity to the race of the Daityas and Danavas, adores this form, beloved of him, through a course of uninterrupted and undivided devotion, along with the people inhabiting the Varsha, and repeats the following. Hail to Lord Narasimha, who is denoted by the mystical syllable Om. Hail to the light of all lights. Fully reveal yourself, O Lord, with adamantine claws and adamantine teeth. Burn down, O burn down, the latent desires. Swallow up, O swallow up, the darkness. We offer our worship to you, O Lord, or appear our mind in such a way as to make us fearless, to rid us of the fear Gushoram. The fear's name is Gushoram. May all be well with the world. May the wicked become gentle. May living beings contemplate good to one another with their intellect. And may their, May all be well with the world. May the wicked become gentle. May living beings contemplate good to one another with their intellect, and may their mind resort only to that which is good. And may our thought as well as the thought of others be fixed on you, without any motive. If there be attachment in our heart, let it be for the loving devotees of the Lord, and on no account for the dwelling, wife, children, wealth, and kinsmen. He who is contented with the necessaries of life and self-possessed attains blessedness at no distant date, but not he who loves the objects of the senses. Entering through the ears the mind of those who repeatedly listen to the purifying accounts of the exploits of Lord Vishnu, which possess a unique glory of their own, and which one gets to hear in the company of such devotees, the birthless Lord takes away the impurities of their mind. Who would not resort to such devotees? In a man who is blessed with exclusive devotion to the Lord, permanently dwell the gods, with all the virtues. How can the qualities of exalted souls exist in him, who, far from being a devotee of the Lord, runs after the illusory objects of senses under the impulse of desire? As water is dear to the fish as their life, Lord Shri Hari, indeed, is the soul of all embodied beings. Ignoring him, if a man, however great he may be, remains attached to his home, his greatness, then, is reduced to that type which couples claim in advanced age. Therefore, renouncing the home, which is the root of avidity, the thirst for pleasures, Therefore, renouncing the home, which is the root of avidity, attachment, grief, anger, pride, longing, fear, wretchedness, and mental anguish, and, as such, perpetuate the cycle of births and deaths. Take refuge in the feet of Lord Narasimha, the only safe retreat. Narasimha. So in Ketumalavarsa, the Lord stays in the form of Kamadevan, with intent to please goddess Lakshmi, as well as the daughters and sons. The rulers of that Varsha of Sambatasara, numbering 36,000. The embryos born in the womb of the former, whose mind gets frightened by the brilliance of the mighty weapon of Lord Vishnu, perish at the end of a year and get discharged in a lifeless state. Give me 1 second. Okay, where was I? So the light just went as scheduled. I should make an exception for it. Yeah, okay. 1 second. I'll read this again, this verse here. No, I'm moving on. Okay. By the elegance of his lotus face, lovely with the shapely arches of his brows, which are slightly raised on account of his playful glances, accompanied with the winsome smile, which in its turn is embellished with the charm of his highly graceful gait, he brings excessive joy to goddess Rama and delights his own senses. Accompanied by the daughters of Prajapati, Sambatasara during nights and by their spouses, during the daytime, goddess Rama waits upon the aforesaid manifestation of the Lord, an embodiment of his own will, by recourse to supreme concentration of mind, and repeats the following. Hram, Hrim, Hrum. Hail to Lord Shri Gesha, denoted by the mystic syllable Om, distinguished by extraordinary qualities, the ruler of the organs of action and the senses of perception, as well as of the aspects of the internal senses, including their functions and objects, who is manifested in the form of the 16 limbs of a subtle body, who is Veda personified, who in the form of food sustains the physical body, who is immortality itself, nay, who is everything, and who is the fountain of strength of mind. I gotta read it again. They spelled it wrong. Okay. Shloka 18 now. Halfway through almost. Reading the translations is as hard as reading Sanskrit for me. 18 again. Hram, Hrim, Hrum. Hail to Lord Shri Kesham, denoted by the mystic syllable Om, distinguished by the extraordinary qualities, the ruler of the organs of action and the senses of perception, as well as of the aspects of the internal senses, including their functions and objects, who is manifested in the form of the 16 limbs of a subtle body, who is Veda personified, who in the form of food sustains the physical body, who is immortality itself, nay, who is everything and who is a fountain of the strength of mind, the potency of the inandriyas and physical strength. Hail to you, beloved Lord, love personified, both here and hereafter. Women in this world desire another man as a husband by propitiating yourself, the very director of the senses, through sacred vows. They are surely unable to protect the beloved offspring, wealth and life of these women, since they are anything but independent. He alone is the master in the real sense, who has no fear from any quarter himself, and is able to protect on all sides a person stricken with fear. You are the only Lord, since you account no other joy higher than the realization of your own blissful nature. Otherwise, there would be fear from one another. She who exclusively desires to adore the lotus feet of such a Lord in you succeeds in attaining all the objects of her desire. If, on the other hand, you are worshipped and approached with a longing to secure from you her sought for boon, you bestow that boon alone, with the result that on the said object of her longing being destroyed, she feels much afflicted, O Lord. I'll read that again. I got distracted again. Yeah. She who exclusively desires to adore the lotus feet of such a Lord in you succeeds in attaining all the objects of her desire. If, on the other hand, you are worshipped and approached with a longing to secure from you her sought for boon, you bestow that boon alone, with the result that on the said object of her longing being destroyed, she feels much afflicted, O Lord. Brahma, Lord Shiva, gods, demons, and the like, whose mind is attached to the objects of senses, practice severe austerities for winning me, but fail to secure me, barring him who is devoted to you, inasmuch as my heart is fixed on you, O invincible Lord. Be pleased, O immortal Lord, to place on my head your adorable lotus-like hand, which you have placed on the head of devotees. You bear me by way of an emblem on your bosom, O adorable one. Who can divine the raison d'etre of whatever is wrought by your Maya, omnipotent as you are? omnipotent as you are. Okay. They added so many explanations. It's hard to read the actual text. 23 again. Half the text is supplied. Be pleased, O immortal Lord, to place on my head your adorable lotus-like hand, which you have placed on the head of devotees. You bear me by way of an emblem on your bosom, O adorable one. Who can divine the raison d'etre of whatever is wrought by your Maya, omnipotent as you are? And in Ramyaka Varsha, the Manu, the ruler of that Varsha, adores even now with an unceasing flow of great devotion the most beloved form of the Lord, the form of the divine fish, revealed to him before, and repeats the following. Hail to the Lord, as revealed in his very first descent, and denoted by the mystical syllable Hail to him who is an embodiment of Sattva, and who is the very life-giving principle, as well as the potency of the Indriyas, the strength of mind and physical strength. Hail to the great fish. Though your form is unseen by all the guardians of the spheres, you move about, almost done actually, 27 now, 13 away, 14, 26, not 27, 26 right now, 26, 2-6. Though your form is unseen by all the guardians of the spheres, you move about within and without, making a loud noise. You are that ruler who has brought this universe under control by means of denominations, even as a showman controls a wooden puppet. Suffering from the fever of jealousy, the guardians of the spheres were unable without you to protect the bipeds or quadrupeds, the mobile or the immobile creatures, whatever is seen in this world, in spite of their striving severally as well as unitedly. Holding this earth, a storehouse of annual plants and creepers, including myself, you, the birthless Lord, sported far and wide with vigor in the ocean that was, at the time of universal dissolution, tumultuous with waves. Hail to such a Lord, the controller of the multitudes of animate beings. In Hiranamaya Varsha, again, the Lord resides in the form of the tortoise. Along with the denizens of the subdivision of the earth, Aryan, the Lord of the hosts of manes, adores that most beloved manifestation of the Lord, and repeats this prayer. Hail, hail to you, the divine tortoise, denoted by the mystical syllable and possessed of a form consisting entirely of Sattva, whose position is not open to perception. Hail to the most ancient one. Hail to the omnipresent Lord. Hail, hail to the support of all. The objective world, manifested as it is by your own Maya, and observed in multitudinous forms, but whose extent cannot be correctly estimated because of its being falsely perceived, is your own manifestation. Your form, however, cannot be described. Hail to you as such. It is you alone that are called by the name of a mammal, a sweat-born creature, an oviparous being, a plant, a mobile or immobile creature, a god, a roshui, a pitter, an evil spirit, the world of the senses, the heaven world, the aerial world, the earth, a mountain, a river, an ocean, a dvipa, a heavenly body or planet, a star. Even though you possess a numberless variety of names, forms, and shapes, yet a number of categories has been assumed in you by seers. The knowledge of truth by means of which this number is set aside is no other than you, the embodiment of true wisdom. Hail to you. In the land of the northern Kurus, the Lord presiding over sacrifices dwells in the form of the divine boar. Along with the Kurus, this goddess Earth adores him through an incessant flow of unfaltering devotion and repeats the following supremely esoteric prayer. Hail to the divine boar, denoted by the mystical syllable Om, truly known through the manantras, the deity presiding over sacrifices, both without and with the sacrificial post, whose body is constituted of the great sacrifices. Hail to the Supreme Person. Hail to you who are pure of actions and who manifest yourself in the three yugas. Even as those well-versed in rituals churn out the fire hidden in pieces of wood with the help of the fire-producing wooden stick, so the wise, keen to perceive your reality, obscured by actions and their fruits, try to discover it in the principle of their body and senses, etc., with the help of discriminating mind. They spelled it wrong. Like, it was doing so well. It's not even my fault. It's their fault. They forgot the article called the. Friggin'. Sorry, almost done. Shloka 36. 39 is the last one. 4 left. And, I'm not going to write with the pen. It just makes me mad. I'm telling you, when I get distracted, it's Alice in Wonderland from there. It's crazy. Okay, 36. 4 shlokas left. 3, 6. Here we go. Na shakam. Na shalom. Even as those well-versed in rituals churn out the fire hidden in pieces of wood with the help of the fire-producing wooden stick, so the wise, keen to perceive your reality, obscured by actions and their fruits, try to discover it in the discipline of their... English must be harder than Sanskrit. Even as those well-versed in rituals churn out the fire hidden in pieces of wood with the help of the fire-producing wooden stick, so the wise, keen to perceive your reality, obscured by actions and their fruits, try to discover it in the principle of their body and senses, etc., with the help of the discriminating mind. Hail to you who reveal yourself through this process. By them whose intellect has become capable of keen discernment through reflection as well as through the limbs of yoga, you, the Supreme Self, are truly and directly perceived along with the attributes of Maya, viz., the gross elements, the organs of action, the senses of perception, the all-powerful Kala, and the door. Hail to you as such, and hail to you, whose form is not the creation of Maya. Even as a piece of iron moves through, Shloka 38, 2 left. Half the texts are supplied, so you have to jump through words. Very hard to read. On top of English, the language, being hard to read. I have to jump through this 3 lines. Even as a piece of iron moves through a lodestone, turning its face towards the ladder, your Maya carries on through the 3 gunas, the creation, preservation, and dissolution of the universe, sought after, though not desired, yourself remaining a mere looker-on. Hail to you, the witness of the gunas, as well as of the kaimas. I'm going to read it again. I'm telling you, they supply... This word is supposed to be gunas, and in parentheses they added 3 gunas. And it's just that's not in Sanskrit. Okay, here we go. Even as a piece of iron moves to a lodestone, turning its face towards the ladder, your Maya carries on through the 3 gunas, the creation, preservation, and dissolution of the universe, sought after, though not desired, yourself remaining a mere looker-on. Hail to you the witness of the gunas, as well as of the kaimas. Last shloka. I'd rather read Sanskrit than this. I'm serious. And bow to that omnipotent Lord, who, having assumed the form of the divine boar, the cause of the universe, and placing me on the end of your tusk, emerged through the entire depth of the deluge water, from its very bottom sporting like an elephant, after crushing to death in an encounter the demon, who stood as a rival elephant. That's it, folks. Thus ends the 18th discourse entitled A Description of the Terrestrial World in Book 5 of the Great and Glorious Bhagavata Purana, otherwise known as the Paramamsa Samhitangnim. 3 hours. It's always 3 hours. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna do Hare Krishna Mantra chanting at 6 p.m. That's 1 hour. That gives me 1 hour break. And mantra itself is relaxing, so like double relaxation for me. I'm gonna take a break, and I'll take a more break with the Hare Krishna Mantra 66 at 6 p.m. 6. Un diavolo. Have a good night, and or see you in an hour. Thank you. No, shalom. No, shalom. Namaste.